We're gonna go to part 2. I wanna go to part 2. He's actively laying and hatching eggs instantly in the last case. Yeah. We hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we had to find out what the speckled band was. Yes. Hey, where's Sholems? I imagine... Yeah, that guy's gonna stop us. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Mm-hmm. What happened to our great detective friend? Yeah, where the fuck did Sholems go? Gonna go to the freezer for some ice cream? Dude, bring me some, yeah. What kind? Slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before putting these back on our wrists. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and not... I'm not gonna investigate everything here. Like, I'm not gonna talk to this guy unless I feel like I need to. I think we're just gonna head back into the room and talk to Hosonaga. That feels like the next logical step. First class cabin number 1. That's our cabin, not as Kazuma-sama's cabin. Accommodation is confined to the ward. Susato, shut the fuck up. Come on. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Let's find out. Can I move now? Ah, I can move. Okay. Did this call Sholems a fart? Maybe they did. I wasn't looking that closely. Looks like they're still investigating in here. Wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of the— Oh, he laid on his life. Of course. Marijuana? Dagon, what do you mean by this? Objection. Kurt was exaggerating. What does he have to say for himself? Feels like this, like Phoenix Wright was much more courtroom oriented. This game seems to be a little more about walking around the world. Where did you go? Sorry, I just went next door. Who gave you permission? Oh, this isn't Hosonaga. Seaman Hosonaga did. Mm-hmm. Oh, you have his cookies and cream? Extremely good ice cream pick, Alembic. I will have a scoop, yes. Later, I will roll him into ball and throw him in cold room. Hey, fuck you, buddy. Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble. When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. Yeah, we will. Alright, so it actually looks like there's nothing to do in here. It's giving me a little ping here. For what? Rules of passage. Yeah, okay. New dialogue because Miss Pavlova broke the rule. Le marijuana val. Pocky, you like mint ice cream? Huh. Hang on, I was thinking about mint ice cream. In her past, she's broken the rules. She called it her friend. We don't know what the friend is. You think Oreo cookies and cream ice cream is overrated? Cranberry, that's a fair take. However, I still really like it. It's early, but I can't find anything out of place. Oh, sorry, my bad. Well, it's clear that those letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilled on the floor, and they spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. That seemed to be an unambiguous pointer to you as you were sleeping in there. Truly unambiguous, I should have just spelled out my name. True. One fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last word in Russian. Begs the question of who wrote it. Yep. The snake, probably. Cranberry, what's your favorite ice cream? Have we ever had an ice cream talk, Cranberry? Oh, there he is. Hey, he's, Oh, fuck. Hosonaga, are you alright, dude? What happened to your face? Please don't worry about it. They're just scratches, made by a mayor. Cake batter ice cream? That's a fair pick, Cranberry. Cake batter is a top tier ice cream for sure. I like cake batter, I like cookies and cream. I had like a Moose Tracks that was really good once. Superman ice cream, of course, though that's a Michigan thing only. Yeah, his glasses are frig, dude, you're right. I told the captain I'd given him permission to investigate. He told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. It's like a Midwest thing only, I think, Kaelric. Pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard, so it was nothing, really. I think he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. What a pal. In this reference, we know a little bit about the neighboring cabin. Bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholems. I don't think he was German, though. This new that makes amazing high-fat, low-sugar ice cream Italian style. We grab their best flavor. What's their best flavor? Is it burnt caramel vanilla? Another lens to the right. Oh my god, he would have OWO glasses. Will we compare notes and tell you what we found out? Alright, Hosonaga, let's talk. Nikolina Pavlova. Yo, we said we wouldn't tell anyone! Self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel. Been to Ritter's frozen custard? I don't think I have, Kaelric, but... I don't think I have. I upset him there. It tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Because of course the angel wouldn't do that. The best flavor is, yeah, I'll have the spaghetti and meatballs ice cream, please. Go for some ice cream. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? The man has a black eye. He got beat up by the captain for letting us investigate. There's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. I'm just keeping watch, trying to take my eyes off not take my eyes off the job. Brown butter, brown sugar, and brownies. That sounds really good, daggum. Holy moly. There's one thing, I have a small piece of new information for you. New information. Hit me. What is the new information? It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain a report. Kazuma-sama. What was cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae. They broke his spine? Oh no, his neck, okay. I think this is kind of your spine. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury, so at first I think they were considering poison. Turns out they found no poison in his system at all. What weapon was used? It better not be that fucking statue. If it's that statue and this is just Phoenix Wright 2 all over, or Phoenix Wright Game 1 Case 2 all over again, I'm gonna be mad as hell. Just it might have been a blunt object that wouldn't leave a mark. Okay. Didn't find any poison on the other guy either? Yeah, you know, it's a good point. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. Thank you. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Look for the fucking broken neck, hello? Oh god, I started playing the music I was playing earlier. Get out of here, don't copyright strike me. Dude, I hate this tap the side of my headphones to pause play shit. Sometimes I tap the side of my headphones and it just plays the song I had. Might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Yeah, give me that medical report. Also, Naga trusts us. I trust this man with my life. I didn't trust you, I never would have agreed to letting you leave the cabin in the first place. True. Breaking someone's neck kills them? No way. Mr. Sholems was here. Seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor, investigating, and he suddenly left. He became bored. As he mentioned it, he said one thing, he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. It probably means the mark? Yeah, the mark is shoe polish. Michael finally dies from Ligma at the end of the game. Yeah, it's gonna be a heart-wrenching scene. Brick-colored mark with shoe polish. Oh, well, well. How could Mr. Sholems know it was shoe polish? No clue, okay. Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Ah, like brick, I see. Little like the color of red wine, but darker, I often repaired them for him. This was made by his shoes scuffing the floor. Gotcha. Check that off the list. That's really all I can tell you. At this stage, I should return to my post. My fellow crewmates' eyes are boring into the back of my head. Mm-hmm. That was a different cough, dude. You better watch it. You look exhausted. He just got the fuck beat out of him. Oh no. Well. I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. Got a British and now we got a Polish. Yeah? Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. Me too. My head is also throbbing. I have to examine the shoe polish, I assume. Hey, what's this? I can examine the desk? Writing in his diary, 1:23 a.m. I hear a faint whistling sound. Some sort of speckled band. From the ventilator grill. It said that he was mid-sentence? That was a full sentence, right? Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words. We have to solve the mystery. I think that she has joined our team here. I don't think she thinks we did it anymore. We moved him to face the wardrobe and then fake the dying message would be more believable. Yeah, I'm thinking it's something like this is definitely the killer drew on him, right? Looks like whatever was broken here was broken clean in two. Brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish. Those must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. How can the detective be so sure it's shoe polish? Great question. I guess he probably just smelled it. I actually don't know what they want me to do here now. I assume I've talked to this guy. Maybe I go outside now? Ah, yeah, I was supposed to leave. 9th January, SS Burya, first class cabin passageway. Ah, look, Naruhodo-san. Seaman Stroganoff has gone. Strong enough? What? Oh. Yeah, okay, you know. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Oh. Tra-la-la. Are we about to get a new character? Sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la, lira-lira-lay. I did it, the great detective. Oh no. It's Sholems. Are you not gonna let me see him? Or that, what did he say? Oh, Stringy Knot comes back, of course. Am I gonna look to my right here and see? Oh yeah, there he is. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's Mr. Sholems. Look. You never know where he's gonna turn up next, do ya? Hello, friend. Welcome back. Friend, we're about to investigate the friend in the briefcase. Is that you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Hey, what you looking at? I have a friend from the country, Georgia, and you keep saying blat to him. It's not even the language in Georgia. Cash, what is the language in Georgia? That is a question I do not know the answer to. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Maybe. There were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. What was the question? What is the language of Georgia? And through it all, when there was doubt, it was lucky Herlock's was about. Pardon me. I solved it all, and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholems. Just Georgian? Ah. Right on the Hildebrand quests? Sorry, I'm in a fight right now, Tailrick? No, I don't think I have. Ag, what is it do you want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish. They were never gonna stop, so I figured now's as good a time as any. Yeah, time for the combat section. This is where it becomes a fighter. We only knew he dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Yeah, yeah. Mr. Sholems, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. I was immersed in studying the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewman. Yeah. The ship's log. You find anything useful? After 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Yep. Means there was nothing to report, nothing to note happened. So... Aha, I'm not laughing. You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. What? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. It means that something happened before 2 a.m. Of course. Even the same crewman off stands sentry in this first-class passageway. Has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Ooh, spicy. But there were no reports entered after 2 a.m. So he wasn't there. Do you mean? There were circumstances last night that led the seaman to being absent. He was off getting a vasectomy. Absent seaman. You can laugh at that one. That remains a mystery for now, but something significant took place that he couldn't write nothing to report. Alright. That deduction was... This guy is growing on me. You're starting to understand what my way is, I see. Yeah, Frank Sinatra. What makes Sholems Sholems? I don't like it when he laughs. Oof, ouch. Don't worry yourself. Is he gonna start coughing up blood too? Seemed to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Did everyone on the ship get fucking, like, toxic gas? What happened? Something clearly happened here. Until our next encounter. Goodbye, Sholems. Does she have a throbbing head? Did Sasato have a throbbing head? Well, I feel the same. Yeah, there you go. Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. It's probably caffeine deficiency. Did you drink your coffee this morning? At long last, it's open. What's it gonna be? Place your final bets now. What's it gonna be? Oh, hey. She has clothes in there now. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Sato-san, where's she gone? Oh, she's checking the clothes. In a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san, we must investigate as quickly as we can. Not for Kazuma-san. It can't be long now until we arrive in port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Real guess is snake. I think it might be a bear, personally. We must solve this case by ourselves. Yeah. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open. Empty inside, but according to the deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. You're not allowed to bring animals aboard. What was it? Where is it? Yep, great question. wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Do you think there could be a leak in the roof above? No. No, Sasako. I don't think I don't think the ship's gonna sink. We're trying to persuade herself. Okay, so the dog is not here. This teapot is empty. Natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. Because Miss Pavlova only came into the cabin last night, she hasn't had a chance to make any tea. Definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke. Few books on the desk, nothing else. Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. True, true. Are they gonna point out that this is fallen in the exact same pattern, you think? It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Alright. Thanks, I think I probably already knew that. Yeah, you got me. All the books have toppled over together, every single one. You think that's a god of the sea? Perhaps he toppled too. Exactly the same as the bookcase next door. Thank you. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase. Probably not. Must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Okay. Do you think that's a god of the sea? He is kind of flexing. We gotta check. I want to check this, I guess, next. Ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. So there's a gas leak next door. The occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Yeah, Ryunosuke, I don't think that's a good play. Last night, Kazuma wrote they saw a speckled band coming out. Ah. Oh, that's the emergency stop, right? Holy shit. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile core. Full stop, hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the fuck? Sasuda-san, are you okay? Uh-huh. Yo, everything's a fucking mess. Yeah, the shelf fell over again. Looks like we avoided a collision. Imagine this game. Imagine the next Phoenix Wright game is like Space Law 5,000 years in the future. Are you hurt, Naruhodo-san? Nah, we're good. Is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. This sounds like Inspector Hosonaga. Ah. The bolt. Oh, the. Oh, that's how the door got locked. Wow, what a very fortunate turn of events to explain. Wow, that is, dude, that's such a horrible locking mechanism. Imagine if everyone's gonna get locked out of their fucking rooms. If you ever turn the ship too much, everything gets locked. That's terrible. I'd better tidy this place up first? What? Why? I think that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. Is this also a to be continued? Wow, that was a really short segment.